That's all good. Let's go ahead and start it. Yeah. You can send him a text, tell him not to worry about it. Huh? Or you can text him and tell him not to worry about it.
Well, I can't approve the minutes, but we can
That's fine.
postpone it.
Yeah.
We're going to call the October 25th Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. Do we have any announcements or presentations, Chris?
Nope.
Okay. All right, with that, we'll move to the consent agenda. We'll need to postpone the meeting minutes. Jason wasn't here last time. So with that, I'll look for a motion to approve item 4B on the consent agenda.
So moved.
I'll make a second motion by Jason, second by Jeff. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. With that, we'll move on to the resolutions. First item of business, request to approve special purchase of certain ballistic equipment. Captain Hardy.
Okay, fire department is looking to approve a special purchase for ballistic equipment for all sworn personnel, fire department. So this adds to what we purchased earlier this year.
That's all everyone will have.
What's that? Yeah, so every sworn firefighter will have their own issue ballistic vest.
Okay.
And moving forward, we'll continue that replacement just like we do our fire here. Standard protection,
Yep.
PPE.
Okay. So, well, then going forward for new recruits, that'll be part of their package as well then?
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, how much weight does that add to the individual?
You know what, I can't recall how much specific weight it adds. It wouldn't add to fire. We would
Oh.
have a fire call, it'd be for EMS.
Oh, I see, I see.
And those kind of events.
Okay, it's not for the firefighters
Yeah,
themselves.
risk profile for fire scenes a bit lower. We're more concerned about EMS.
Oh, I see.
Incidents and incidents of violence on those scenes.
Understand. All right, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Jason, I'll second by Jeff. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thanks. Next item, request to approve special purchase of certain EMS cots. Captain Hardy.
Yep.
You're good, keep going.
Okay. We have aging EMS cots in the back of our ambulance. We have several in the fleet. We've kind of strung them along with maintenance agreements to this point, but now they're starting to fail at a higher rate. And replacement for the aging equipment is getting more and more expensive. So this is to add 2 new Stryker cots to the fleet. They're unique to the load system that we use in our ambulances. So this is what we're
They're
looking for.
expensive.
Yeah, they're pricey for sure, but so is a shoulder injury. So
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wow. All right. Okay. All right. Any other questions?
No.
All right. With that, I'll make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Jeff, second by Jason. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Great. Thanks, Captain. Next item, request to approve amended and restated MOU with Woods of Britain and Regency Windsor Sunblast.
Morning.
Becky.
For the record, Hatem Meki, Assistant Director of Engineering. And before you is the amended MOU with Woods of Britain and Regency Windsor. These two developments, they're Sun Lake and Woods of Britain on State Road 37. And part of the State Road 37 community outreach and working with our constituents and our business owners and people that live in Fishers, we collaborated with Regency and Woods of Britain on multiple items. A couple of these items here is the first amendment, the first MOU that we had with them was to build a sound wall adjacent to Woods of Britain and adjacent to Sun Lake. We then came back and amended that MOU, and in lieu of these sound walls, we are looking at extending a mound that Woods of Britain has along State Road 37, and they were okay with us doing that in lieu of the of that sound wall, and also looking at some intersection improvements on 141st and Prairie Lakes, and that's just east of State Road 37 and 141st, and also the work that we're doing on Regency Windsor, which is Sun Lake, is pretty much we have a pipe that is currently in NDOT's right of way, and with that we are moving that pipe inside of their easement on Sun Lake's property, and not necessarily impacting a lot of their trees that they have on their property. So that's kind of a good example that we've had working with these two developments, and in the long run, it's a big win with us for the State Road 37 project and working with these two developments. So it's it's a good partnership that we have with them.
Any questions?
No. Love it.
Okay, motion approved.
So moved.
All right, I'll second. Motion by Jason, second by Jeff. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks, Nick. Next up is a request to revoke right-of-way permits. Jason.
Good morning, Jason Taylor, Director of Engineering. Before you are 11 right-of-way permits that are for the 5G cell structures in various neighborhoods: Hamilton Hills, Oaks of Krause Square, Winter Cove, Sandstone, Audubon Trace, Heather Point, and also Heritage Meadows. There have been fiber installed in a number of these locations, but they are on separate permits. We did communicate with Verizon on these to ensure that they understood when submitting their fiber and electric permits that it was at risk because of the 5G cell structures maybe not being either installed or not being approved at the board at the time. Be happy to answer any questions.
You might have covered this, but have you had conversations with Verizon?
Not at this time yet.
Because we revoked.
Well, they're notified whenever
They were notified.
Whenever we revoke them, they
So
get
we
notification.
revoked a handful last meeting, right? And did they have any correspondence after that? Are you aware?
We have not heard anything
Okay.
from them.
Are we notifying neighbors when they're revoked?
We've not worked with PR on this portion of it yet. That can, if
That's
that's,
something we might want to contemplate,
That's your
just so
desire,
they're
we
aware of
could.
the status of the permit, because they're,
So they can get all worked up again.
yeah, right. Well, they would, I mean, there'd be a lot of confusion when they reapply, and then,
Oh,
so,
or if it moves.
yeah.
and we're updating the
The
website
map.
as well.
Okay.
We are doing that. So
All
we'll work with our PR team
I think
in
that'd be good.
engaging as well as making sure we do a formal email to Verizon.
Just send them Larry's blog. Just send them Larry's blog. They'll get them up to speed.
I love it.
All right, is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Jeff, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jason, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Jason. Next is a request to approve dedication of right-of-way on Florida Road for Milford Park.
Morning. Again, for the record, Hatam Mekki, Assistant Director of Engineering, and for you is the dedication of right-of-way along Florida Road for Milford Park road improvements. If you look at the exhibit at the end, this is along the two developments that we have coming in on Florida Road, just north of 113th Street. This is the fourth time that we're coming up here and presenting this to you guys. This is the red is the current dedication that is before you today, and this is for the road improvements for Milford Park. So Milford Park is going to go in and mill and resurface Florida Road and add in their XL decel lanes, and also build the two left turn lanes. So there's going to be a northbound left turn lane into Cove at Thorpe Creek and a southbound left turn lane to Milford Park, and these two are just in front of each other.
Mekki, with everything going on Florida Road,
Mhm.
is there any section of that won't be reconstructed when this is all said and done?
I don't believe so. There is one section that we're doing with Geist Greenway, and that is
The
that
S-curve
curve correction
piece,
down
yeah.
there. And I think there's just going to be a little portion north of that new connection for Cynthian, but I think later on we're looking at the whole section with the county to see if we have something to do as far as resurfacing or something, because the section of pavement there is not.
I would
is not
hate
as-
to have 82% of this road reconstructed, then have
Yeah,
18%
because with the roundabout, because there is a lot of development coming in. So there is that section just south of Milford Park. There's a development coming in with that.
Yeah.
So that development is going to take care of that section just south of that
if
curve
there
correctly.
if there is a section that isn't done,
Mhm.
is there the opportunity to go to one of these developers and say, for a road impact fee credit, will you just, if there's a 400 yards of road left to get done, just roll it in? Or I don't know if it makes more sense for you guys to put in a resurface contract, but if they're already out there, why we wouldn't just give them a road impact fee credit and get the road done?
We can explore
completely?
we can explore a lot of these
Yeah.
opportunities there. There's going to be a lot of contractors out there. So
Yeah,
we
it
can,
sounds like it.
Yeah.
And that road, I mean, with the amount of construction that's going to happen, that road won't even,
This won't last.
it won't exist.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it'll be-
to be honest, we're waiting until everything kind of develops, so we don't have construction equipment coming in
Yeah.
and then messing up the new road. and then we'll look at it holistically with
Yeah.
with all of the work that we have going.
Yeah,
on.
if you can just run through that mental exercise, and if there's a road impact fee credit agreement we need to do sooner rather than later with these developments, and Chris, we could knock that out, and then we'd know the road's completely done. And I think a lot of people out there would be excited to hear that that entire stretch of road is getting redone, because it's in bad shape.
And just for the record, this is just 40 feet
Yeah.
of right-of-way dedication. There will be that extra 20 feet to match up with the purple that's north of it when Cove and Thorpe Creek comes in and builds their trail.
Got it. Any other questions for Mecky?
Utilities, it'd be great to foresee any utility.
Yeah.
Potting or
Right.
bowling or
Yeah.
drilling or.
So with all of these developments coming in, we have discussions with a lot of the utilities there, and with their services going into all of these developments, we're making sure that they're at least relocated or located outside, or make sure that they're prepped up for the future development that's going to come in.
So when you say prepped up, are they putting vias, like conduit?
Conduits.
People
They're,
underneath
currently, we're
roads?
working with Duke, because Duke is a big,
Yeah.
they have big lines going down,
Yeah, they do.
down Florida Road. And I think as far as all of the other utilities, they usually connect onto Duke or the underground parts that they will do when they're building their development.
So
So
you're saying within 60 days you won't come to us with a request?
No guarantee.
61.
Right, Mecky? 61 days.
61 days.
What?
This is Jason's favorite topic.
Yes, it is. See a lot of those on here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So do we have a motion on this?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Jason, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jeff. Oh, one other thing. Some of this is on incorporated road yet today, right? In Florida?
County? Yes.
So has the county ever mentioned that they had plans to do anything on this road besides, I know they chip and seal it every once in a while?
They did their chip and
Okay.
seal on it this year.
Okay, never mind. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thanks, Mecky. Next is a request to approve grant agreement with the Indiana Department of Health to support the Health Issues and Challenges Program. Our fearless leader.
Hello, everyone.
Monica?
Monica Heltz, Director of Public Health for the record. So this is a grant agreement that we applied for some months ago in conjunction with the fire department. It will support a licensed clinical social worker to work between the health department and the fire department and expand the mobile integrated health program that the fire department already has going, so that we can get some additional mental health support and connection to resources for those residents. It starts $250,000 over 2 years. And this is the grant agreement that's finally come through several months late.
So if we get the agreement, then is it not another several months before we get the money?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we can bill and.
It's a good step.
We can bill now and.
So it's
up to-
reimbursable?
It's up till August 1st. So we haven't hired the social worker because we wanted to see the contract first. But we have interviewed and we're just basically waiting for approval.
Awesome. Any questions for Monica?
No.
Seeing none, is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Jeff, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jason, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks, Monica.
Scott, will you go back
Go
to
back to
4A?
It was tabled.
4A,
I was
yes.
in Michigan.
All right, is there a motion to approve 4A?
Motion.
Motion by Jeff, second by Scott, all in favor, please say aye. Aye, motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Jason, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jeff, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.